What's up, people? In this video, somebody asked me to do a video by Aaron Clarey. They told me to do a video that he made about fat acceptance, which I think is this video, but I checked his popular videos and I saw this one. Request, don't stick your dick in tatted up whores. I kind of want to do that one instead, so I think we're going to do that one. It's his most popular video. I kind of want to see where he's going with this. I can figure it out. I guess he's like one of these like red pill guys, which I think is kind of like I've said this before. I believe it all, but I think it's kind of cringe. Like when it's just a little cringe. Anyway, let's watch it. If you guys have any other recommendations for videos or YouTubers you want me to look at, let me know. Leave me a comment.
You're such an asshole!
AssholeConsulting.com. Go there if you want the world's only professional asshole, me, to tell you why I think, why should I care where you're down? No, I just fucking like live more life than most people my age. I've lived the equivalent of probably 2.5 lives, given the average American's slothfulness, laziness, and obesity. I have probably seen literally like 250%. Well, 100% is twice, so 150% more. We'll get to do the thirds. I've seen a lot more shit than your average 40-year-old, and yes, I can ensure that you do not fuck up where I fucked up, and then you'd have a better life than me. Then you would potentially have the ability to achieve 400% of what the average American, which is, I hate my job, I didn't know she got pregnant, I'm divorced. That is every American ever, which if you think about it is not terribly difficult to beat. Anyway, let's move on here. Hey Aaron, I stumbled upon your channel a few months ago and it's been quite helpful. I'm a 32-year-old male living in Las Vegas and working in one of the casinos. Awesome. My girlfriend broke up with me a while back. I tried to get back together, but it doesn't look like it's in the cards. Yeah, dude, you gotta let them come back to you. You don't try to get back together. That just dries up their pussy quicker than ever. Trust me, I know. I tried it once. You will have emotion rule you, and that drives them away even faster. You gotta play it Steve McQueen cool. Look up the Tao of Steve, watch that, and that'll solve that. I mean, she won't come back, but for future reference, you never chase after him. You kick ass and you walk away. Even though she still says I'm a great guy, she still wants to stay with her new loser boyfriend. So I've been trying to meet other girls, but my job has me working nights, weekends, and holidays, so that puts me at a cramp on my social life. Dating sites and apps haven't been very helpful. I'm also thinking about getting out of my industry and finding something new, but I have very little direction. My IQ is 129, I have a bachelor's degree in finance, but there isn't much out there for that field. Any advice on these would be very helpful, would probably help me get out of this depression I've been in. If you'd like to answer this in a video, that'd be fine. On a side note, I've seen in your videos you seem to love coming out to Vegas. You seem like you'd be cool and fun to hang out with. Yes, I am very fun and cool to hang out with. If you'd like to grab a beer on one of your trips, let me know. Gratefully, yeah, dude, totally. We get the crew together, we always have cigars. All right, so asked him to send any normal pictures. What else I say? Also, aside from online, where are you going to meet girls? How much effort time do you spend on it? Additionally, how important is it that you date women now, or can you do without? What is your career? What is your living situation? Do you have a car, etc., etc.? Blah, blah, blah. So he sent some pictures. The dude is I don't know, I'm not a girl, but he's ripped. And this guy is a guy that I wouldn't fuck with. Like, you want him on your side in the bar fight. He looks pretty good looking, tall, chiseled, blue eyes, so I'd say he's a pretty good looking guy. Thank you for the reply. I was trying to be concise. I guess I went too far. No, you were fine. I hate nightclubs, so I stay away. Good. Lately, I've been going to bars and my nights off, but I mostly find couples there. I've also been going to the casinos, checking out the party pit dealers since I'm a dealer as well, thinking it might help open up the conversation. I don't have a lot of time to put up into searching because of...
All right, is this a question? Is this like the same question? This guy wrote him like a novel about this? Like, or is this a different question? I don't understand. Whatever. Anyway, when's he gonna get to the point? Okay. First impressions of this guy. He seems like he's been around the block, I guess. This seems, honestly, to me, it seems like half a guy who's been around the block and like half like internet tough guy, like machismo. Like I'm a mod on the TRP subreddit, and like, I like write really long posts about like why women are whores and stuff like that, which again, like I've said many times, like I believe that all of this like red pill stuff, like I'm not saying it's not true. I think a lot of it is true, if not most of it. But I don't like the I don't like how it makes people so like negative and so anti and just so like angry about everything in life, right? Like I'm not saying, like, what did he say? Like, don't try and get your girlfriend back. Don't chase her. Dries up her pussy quicker than like blah blah blah, whatever. Like that's not untrue, right? Like I don't think that you should like desperately try and get your girlfriend back if she left you or she lives with her boyfriend or something. Like what? but like just the whole like delivery, the way it's conveyed, like this whole like asshole, what was it, asshole consulting? I think that when you like, this is actually, you know, now that I did that Alan Roberts video, and who else does this? Like Alan Roberts, Greg Doucette. Well, actually, I watched another Greg Doucette video. He seems a little bit more calm, and I've only seen that one Alan Roberts video, or like two. But when your communication style is like, and nothing against those guys, they're all obviously very smart. They know what they're talking about when it comes to fitness and I guess life in general. Just the communication style of like, I'm angry about something, and not necessarily that I am really angry. It's just that I'm going to communicate through anger because that's the emotion that I'm most comfortable with, right? In Buddhism, they say anger is clarity, okay, which I think there is some truth to that, right? Like, think about it. When you're angry, you just think more clearly. Like, you know why you're angry, or you think you know, right? You focus on whatever social violation is taking place, right? So with this, I think, like, again, this is the type of thing, the stuff he's saying is not untrue. But I think that when you speak like this to men who this guy seems like he's been around. I'm sure he's like, you know, been with lots of girls and like seems accomplished or something. But when you speak this message to people who are not, they don't have good luck. They're broke. They don't have there's no ambition. They don't get any girls or whatever. They just don't try. Like, this is just kind of an excuse for them not to try. They're like, well, the game is fucked anyway. Women are whores. You know, they only care about money. They only care about looks. Like, you know, why try? Because I'm not like that. You know what I mean? So I think the net effect can be negative for some people, or for most people who hear this, honestly. Anyway, let's just see where he's going with this.
Straight to my job. But I'm off 2 nights a week. Own a house with a couple roommates. Awesome. You got a rental thing going for you. You have your own car. As a girl that could go without dating anyone, but I don't really want to. Video request, blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much. All right. Let's take these in order. Girlfriend broke up with you. Dating. Okay, let's start with the girl first. All right, I looked at the girl, and you said it's the one with the tattoos. The tattoo right fucking here. Now, you're 32, all right? I understand not everybody's introduced to the red pill. Maybe you didn't have a father around. Maybe you didn't have an older brother. But what young men inevitably learn is that poisonous prey marks itself in colors so predators do not take it and consume it. Like, certain frogs have boisterous colors, certain animals have crazy colors, and then a would-be eagle or bear comes out and says, whoa, that's very bright, and that looks toxic. And women do the exact same thing. They do it with piercings, they do it with ear loops, and above all else, they do it with loud and boisterous tattoos. Now, I'm always okay for the discreet tattoo here or there, but if we're talking tramp stamp or more, and this gal's got a tattoo like a plate of fucking armor, that is bad news, all right? Now, she also cheated on you. I know you think that she left you for another guy. She was banging this guy long before she broke up with your ass and dumped you. You take these two variables, she's a cheating whore, and the fact that she's a tatted up idiot, this is not a girl you wanted. I know your emotions and everything tell you, I know from here down, everything says you wanted that girl. That's nice, that's cute. From here up, you gotta train your brain into realizing that she was bad for you. I need you to really listen to this. I need you to really pay attention. I'm not saying that to make you feel better. This is asshole consulting, all right? I'm telling you the truth. That girl was not worth it. That girl would have caused you more problems. She would have cheated on you down there. Imagine if you married this girl. She would have cheated on you. She does not look like a professional. Professionals, people who got their shit together aside from cute TNA, do not tat their chests up like that, all right? Am I generalizing? Yes, you damn well fucking right I am, because you personally don't have the time to be fucking around like this, all right? It's your life. So this girl, I mean, she did do you a favor. I know it hurts emotionally, but she did do you a favor, because now you're not going to be messed up. You're not going to invest in that. You were dating. I'm sure you invested a little bit emotionally, but you didn't put a ring on that bullshit. You didn't marry that whore. You didn't have children with that slut. All right? You are coming out way ahead on this one. Doesn't feel like it now, but when you're older, not because you're going to be wise, but as time goes by, you look back and say, holy shit, I dodged a bullet with that one. Right? So that is that one thing. Now, then comes the recovery. Like, okay, you're obviously emotionally distraught.
So I agree, honestly. Like, dude dodged a bullet. Like, she did him a favor for sure. Regarding the whole, like, are you a degenerate if you have a tattoo on your chest? Again, like, no offense to any girls who are watching this who, for some reason, got a tattoo on their chest. But it's not, like, think about the type of person who does that, right? They're not, like, I have tattoos, right? But I have them in places that I can cover them if I want to, right? I've thought about, like, getting my arms tattooed, like, from the upper arm down, and every time I think about that, I always think to myself, well, then I won't be able to cover it. I don't have to wear, like, long sleeves everywhere, because regardless of what you think, you know, or if you think this is fair or not, people are going to judge you immediately based on if they can see tattoos. And a girl who has her chest tattooed, like, it's like why would you do that? Like, why would you cover the best part, you know, with, like, your, like, you know, eagle or something, or butterfly, or, like, whatever. Yeah, so, and again, I mentioned this in the Hodge Twins videos that I did, but like being upset about this, like, and I've done this too, right? I've definitely like dated girls who I should not have been dating, like under any circumstances, and been, extremely upset when they dumped me. And yeah, I had to like recover from that. And I was like, I'd do anything to get them back. You know what I mean? Which is dumb, because I shouldn't have been dating them in the first place, so I can relate. But like I said, this comes from not having any more options, right? This guy was only dating this one girl, was probably super invested emotionally, and wasn't like continuing to talk to other girls as well, which you can say is a dick move, blah, 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 whatever. But like, bottom line, girls do this too. Or like, if she's an attractive girl, especially in Vegas, come on. Like, if she's attractive, I don't care who you are. If you're like a good looking girl, even if you're not good looking, you have guys coming up to you all the time. You have guy friends. You have guys at work that you know. You have guys like messaging you on Instagram. Like, you know why they're messaging you. And maybe you have the odd guy who like actually doesn't want to have sex with you, like here and there. Like, I have girlfriends, I don't want anything from them. Like, I wouldn't have sex with them if they like threw themselves at me. But that's an exception. That's not most guys, right? That's because I actually like prefer to have like female friends. Like, I don't want to like lose a good female friend just because like, I could have sex with her one time or a couple times. Like, what's the point? I don't want to date her. Anyway, let's just go on. And I take back kind of what I said about him just being angry. He does seem like he's fairly coherent and is able to express himself without being angry.
Distraught, you're human. Every guy should admit it. How do you get over that? Well, right now I know you want to go and date other girls, but it just doesn't seem like it's in the cards, and you've been trying. And sometimes life tries to tell you things. Like, life for 20 years told me I shouldn't be in banking, but I didn't listen, and I wasted 20 years of my life. So what I would do is I would focus on you, right, and do what you want to do. If a girl happens to come along and suck your dick on the highway, sure. That's fate. That's life saying, hey, we want your dick sucked on the highway. So don't tempt the fates like that. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. But right now, what I would do, you got your house, you got your roommates, you got your buddies. And dude, I don't know if you read Reconnaissance Man, I recommend you do, but Vegas is where I intend on living probably. I mean, Vegas is awesome. And what I think you need to do is get the fuck out of Vegas, but hike around the area. I mean, you are a day's drive from the most amazing shit. You're a day from Moab, you're a day from Zion, you're a day from Bryce, you're a day from Page, you're a day from the Grand Canyon, you're a day from Phoenix. You have all this stuff. Heck, you can go hike Mount Charleston in your backyard. And what this will do is it will give you context, it'll give you something to do, you go and explore, you go and adventure. I mean, if you're more the city type, yeah, drive to LA, deal with traffic and fun. But you need to get out of Las Vegas, not moving permanently, but with your free time, instead of hitting the bars and the clubs and all that, you're wasting your time. Take your money and your time instead, put it in gas. Go ahead. Have you done Angel's Landing? That's minimal. That's your assignment right now. You're going to go to Angel's Landing. It's 2.5 hours away from where you are. You can do it in a day. You spend your $25. You go up. You go to heck. The kids are in school now. There ain't gonna be a fucking line just to get into that park. You're gonna go to Zion, hike Angel's Landing, and that'll just make you feel better. You're not gonna have a religious experience. You're not gonna have a spiritual experience. It's just gonna make you feel better. It'll do a couple things. One, cardio helps with releasing endorphins and fighting depression. Okay, two, it makes you feel better. All right, and then 3, it's just fun as fuck to go see that crap. So go do that. And if you've been there, then do Moab. And if you've been there, then go to the Grand Canyon. If you've been there, there's a great hike down and up by the Hoover Dam, where you got ropes and all this other shit. You gotta get out. You gotta get your blood flowing. You gotta feel better, and you gotta not worry about finding girls. Okay. The third thing or fourth thing that will do is you'll find girls. That's not your point and purpose, but don't be surprised if you join a hiking club and you're out hiking around. All of a sudden you meet this gal. Like, hey, how are you? Do you like hiking? I like hiking. Would you like to go hike? Because I would like to go hike. And then maybe, for example, my good buddy Dirty Harriet. No romantic intentions whatsoever, but she was a goddamn angel, a goddamn godsend, and saved my ass out in Wyoming because she was like the most sane, normal person to talk to. And so, at minimum, you'll make friends. You'll have a new life aspect to life. When you say new life, you have a new aspect to life, a new hobby, a new passion, and maybe you'll find a girl. Now, again, the primary purpose is not to find a girl; it's so that you get back to being stable and happy and kick this depression. Because frankly, you're not going to find a girl if you're depressed. Okay, you're trying to win a girl over, and you think of it, you're selling yourself to this girl. Well, I'm a depressed mess because my ex-girlfriend broke up with me. I'm not over it yet. That's like, hi, I'm a pilot. I'm drunk, I'm high, and I'd like to fly this passenger plane 747 full of people. You're not in any condition to be approaching girls right now. You got to go out, have fun, hike, or some activity. It can be water rafting, I don't know. So just get out, drive, road trip. Just go fucking road trip. Go drive around. Have you been to Oldman, Arizona? Have you seen the burros? I got my fucking shirt. Look at this. Oldman, Arizona with the burros. That's fun shit. Get a few burros.
It's good advice. That's all good advice. Like, how can anybody argue with that, right? I'm personally, like, the landscape around Las Vegas is not my cup of tea. Like, I don't want to, like, okay, Las Vegas is the desert, and he's saying, like, okay, you have the desert with, like, casinos, or you can go to this desert or that desert, or like the Phoenix. Like, it's not, I would not, I almost moved there earlier this year, and I was like torn because, like, didn't want to like live so far from a beach. Basically, I'm a beach person. Yeah, like this is like what was this guy expecting him to say? Like give him like a trick to like get his girlfriend back? Like I don't know. This is good advice. I kind of like this guy. He seems like a finance bro, like an ex-finance bro is kind of the vibe that I'm getting from him, which I guess would explain his like how he talks.
Go during the daytime because at night they go home to their burrow and sleep. So that is what you're going to do. I mean, you can pick up some other hobbies like ballroom dancing in Vegas, whatever else. But right now, yeah, you're not going to go to the nightclubs and all that. However, I am okay. I would say fine when you're driving along, go through your Tinder app or your fake, not Facebook. Friend Fish, Plenty of Fish, or the OkCupid, or whatever it is that you use for online dating. That's fine because it takes very little effort. But realize that it takes very little effort to go through profiles, but it takes a lot of effort. Even a part-time job, be going online dating. And I say when you get to the point that you're ready to date, like you've kicked it, you're feeling good about yourself, I wouldn't even bother going to the clubs unless it's like ballroom dancing or salsa or somewhere you're intended to interact with a woman. I would be doing all online dating the entire time, and you're gonna have to put in about an hour a day because it is a part-time job. Because you got to go through 100 of those things to find one decent one. So but that's not here and now. So that's what you're gonna deal with recovering from your girlfriend and what you're gonna do post breakup. You think about getting out of your industry and finding something new, but you have very little direction. Your IQ is 129. You have a bachelor's degree in finance. There isn't much in that field. Okay, just me. I continue to be a dealer. Okay, that sounds like a fun job, and I know maybe you're tired of it, but there's a lot worse jobs. If you don't know if you're bored of it, you want to do something different. Okay, well, what you got to do is you got to start exploring and thinking things through. So, in addition to being online dating as a job, 1 hour a day, you should spend 1 hour a day taking online classes or tutorials or downloading podcasts about potentially different fields you'd be interested in. Right? You can combine this to save a lot of time. Download some podcasts before you go off on a road trip, before you go hiking. Download a ton of them, and like introduction to chemistry, introduction to electrical engineering. Find out if these are fields that you might be interested in, because right now you're fine. You gotta do it. You're doing so good at 32. You got a house in a no income. I mean, you're so far ahead. You're in a great town, great state, no income taxes. You have rental property. You don't really appreciate what you've accomplished, what you have, what you've achieved. So I would not be fucking this up. You know, I'm gonna move to Texas and I'm gonna become a cowboy, and you find out you hate Texas and you get bit by a rattlesnake. So before you leave a pretty good situation, I would thoroughly research potential other career fields. And even if you find one like, oh my God, you've done your research, you took a Cons Academy class, and you found out that you want to become an actuary, which would actually be pretty good in the casinos. Actually studying finance, advanced finance, statistics. I got a buddy, Professor Steve. He goes out and he consults the casinos about profitability. So if you want to become a statistician, that might be, I mean, your degree in finance is not exactly unemployable in your current employer. You might be able to be an analyst or something, and that might be something of interest to pursue. But if you were to get a doctorate in statistics or math, especially tailored towards gambling, that might be very interesting. But whatever it is, you got to go and figure that out for yourself. I can't tell you what to do. But just like an hour a day, you got to go online and deal with online dating. It's going to take you an hour a day to figure out what you'd like to do. And then don't give up your
All right. Again, this is like good normal advice. It's kind of boring, to be honest, too. I will say one thing about online dating. It has nothing to do with this video, really. I thought of that when I heard what he said. Like when I was in LA, when was this? Like 2016-ish. He's right, man. That online dating shit is like a job. Like I had, you know how it is. Like you have profiles on all the apps, on all the websites. You're sending out like as many messages per day as you can before like they cut you off, and you like have all these conversations going. And you try and set up dates, and it's like the in my experience, right, in LA at least, I never really like had. Like maybe like 1 in every like 6 girls or something was a girl who like I actually was like, I don't know, I don't want to say like attractive, but like really good looking. You know, most of them were not. Like it's like in my experience, no offense to anybody, but like most of them are just not that good looking, unfortunately. So like you're spending all this time and all this energy to like get a girl who is not even really like, I guess you still like can probably have sex with her, but like all this work just to like to do that, like have fun for like, you know, 20 minutes maybe. Oh God, awful. So, and also, you know, on top of that, now, like lately, first of all, I have no patience for online dating, no patience. But even if I did have patience, I get no matches. In Asia, it's a little bit different because like, it's good to be a foreigner in Asia, specifically like a white guy in Asia. It's very good. It's like you just like, it's not that it's not hard, but like you're automatically like, you know, you're exotic, I guess. And everyone thinks you're rich, so little do they know. But yeah, like online dating is terrible, which is actually one of the reasons why I enjoy living in hostels so much, because you're just kind of thrown together with these people. You don't have a lot of control over who you meet, but when you have 8 people in your room and you live in an area where people stay for 2 or 3 days, you have a constant supply of like, you know, new potential friends or whatever that you might meet, that you know, you don't have to like go on a date with them. You don't have to like, you know, go out of your way to like spend time with these people. Like she lives in the bed like right next to you, you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't get much easier than that. And you're in a tourist area, like, oh, do you want to go to the beach? Yeah, okay, sure, done. That's your date, right? If you even need to do that. Sometimes you don't even need to do that. Yeah, living in Vegas, I don't know. This is like my problem with like living in America. It's like, it just seems so boring. Or living anywhere. Like you're gonna live somewhere. You're gonna have a job. You're gonna like go to your job 8 hours a day, and like you have your girlfriend. It's just like it's so normal. I just can't deal with it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Job now, and don't give up your position or your location now. But then what's finally you want to do? Part-time study at night, go to University LV or wherever the program is offered, and then pursue that secondary career route. Right? Any advice on these would be very helpful. It'd probably help me get out of this depression I've been in. Yeah, so and that's it. So yeah, you just need to get out. I gotta see the picture of this broad. Hang on. Because she was just like, you look at her and you're like, slut. Yeah, slut. That's the next picture. Yeah, just, how didn't you see this? I mean, it's right fucking there. How do you stick your dick in that? Honest to God. Anyway, go out, focus on you. Don't worry about the broads. Get recovered, and then when you're feeling good about yourself, you're no longer depressed. And it's work to fight depression, dude. You gotta go out and physically exercise, work out every day. You gotta do something. You gotta keep your mind occupied intellectually and physically. But it will happen. You'll get out of that funk. And just the next time there's a big red flag sticking out of her vag, don't stick your dick in it, okay? All right, best of luck. Cool.
So, yeah, interesting. I think he's got some good advice for people, for sure. Does that mean that I think you should never choose to have sex with a girl who has a lot of tattoos or has a tattoo on her chest? That's not what I'm saying. You know, definitely go experience life. And if there's a girl who you think is attractive and she has a tattoo on her chest, like, am I saying like, no, don't do that? No. And I don't think he's really saying that either. I think what he really means, you know, this is catchy. Don't stick your dick in tatted up whores. That's like a catchy thing to say, right? I'm sure the comments on this are like, you're a chauvinist, blah, blah, blah. But like, I think what he really means is don't get into an emotionally invested relationship with girls who are, you know, who don't have long-term potential, right? I'm not saying every girl has tattoo on her chest, you know, whatever, isn't mother material. But generally, like a girl, oh, and I know what I want to say, like the whole like predators have bright colors to like ward off prey or something. I don't think that's what the tattoo is. I think it's more, it's like, you know, look at me kind of thing. It's like art, right? It's like, here's a reason to look at me, basically. They're to attract attention. Not the opposite, which is what he was saying. Minor point. But yeah, like if you want to like go, whatever, hook up with some girl who's like got tattoos or like whatever, dude, like do your thing. And again, like I said, I think that's what he's saying also. He's just kind of drawing the line at, don't become emotionally invested in somebody like this, because all things being equal, she's probably like a girl who has tattoos on her chest and lives in Vegas, like, you know, come on. Probably not the best choice for, you know, not the safest choice, I guess. Anyway, if you guys have any other recommendations for videos or YouTubers you want me to take a look at, let me know. Peace.